Let's see. If you're joining me, say hello. Let me know you're there. I'm doing kind of a non-traditional, I guess you would say, Santa Claus on this board. So I'm not going to do the typical colors because this board has been painted and it has been stained. It's been made to look a little dirty. So I am going to do a couple of different colors with the Santa Claus. So like I said, if you're just joining me, say hello, let me know you're there. I'm going to share the video on my page. Let's see. If you're catching the replay, just let me know where you're watching from. Hashtag replay for me. Let's see. I hope you all had a good day. I had a good day. It was a busy day, but it was good. All right. So I'm hoping you guys can see this all the way. I'm gonna try to adjust it a little bit. Looks like I gotta go a little this way, and then I'm gonna get started. So I'm working with this huge Joyful Christmas Santa Claus transfer. This is our size E, and it's the largest size transfer that we make. On the back of all of our silkscreen transfers are instructions that tell you exactly how to peel, apply, remove, clean, dry, and store your transfers. You want to make sure that you're taking good care of them because they are reusable 8 to 15 times as long as you take care of them. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this out of the package. I can grab hold of the little heart right there. There we go. So I've seen this transfer done a lot, but I've always seen it done on canvas. And I'll probably end up doing a canvas with this, but I wanted to do something a little non-traditional with this one and do it on this board. So we're going to chalk this Santa. I think I'm gonna use white, gray, black, and red. So on this transfer, you can see there are white lines here. These are cut lines, and these are so that you can cut your transfer down so that it's more manageable to handle. They're also numbered on this large transfer. Down here at the bottom, there's a 1, and that means that that's layer 1, and then the other one is layer 2. So we are gonna dry in between our layers just to make sure that the paste does not pull up once we get going. So I'm gonna cut this off down here because I'm not sure that I'm gonna have enough room to work with a holly on this board. So I'm gonna sit this one aside, and then I will cut this one right here. All right, so I'm gonna grab my marker real quick so I can mark the back of these. You always wanna make sure that you mark the back of your transfer so that you know which one they go back on. So I'm just gonna label this one as layer 1. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take it off the backer sheet, and that's what we call our white transfer sheets that they come on. They have this side right here that's really, really shiny. And that's the side that you want to make sure that you put your transfer back on. Now I'm making sure that I pull this from top to bottom and not corner to corner because it is fabric and I don't want to pull against the grain and stretch the transfer. They are very, very sticky, so I'm going to fuzz the back of this with a microfiber towel so that it's easier to remove once I put it on my board. So I'm just gonna do this a couple times, and all I'm really doing is just putting lint on the back of this adhesive so that it kind of breaks up that barrier between the transfer and the piece of wood, because I don't want it to stick too hard, because then I'll have to stretch the transfer to get it off. And this, like I said, is just a microfiber towel, and all I'm doing is rubbing that across there. So I'm gonna pull this off, and hopefully I will not have the transfer stick to itself. There we go. So I'm just gonna place this on the board. Now, because this board is white, I'm actually gonna do this. I think I'm gonna do this in gray. I'm gonna try to layer this up here and center it. That looks pretty good. So when I go to stick this down, I'm gonna work actually like a section to section so that I can make sure that I don't get any air bubbles in my transfer, because I don't want the paste to bleed underneath. Now, because these are, hey Shamir, because these transfers are pressure sensitive, everywhere that's green is gonna stick to the board. So I'm gonna make sure that I'm just going around the edges there so that I get a really good contact around the design. Now, if I have an air bubble over here, it doesn't really matter. I'm not too concerned with that. So now, there's a couple of small little pieces. Like, I want to make sure that I get like his eyes done in white and his teeth done in white, and then the rest of it I want to do, I think I'm going to do the hat in red, and then I'm going to do the rest, and I think I'm going to go with, I don't think white will show up, so I think I'm going to do gray. I know it sounds strange, but I promise it'll be pretty. So I think I'll start with the top. I'm gonna go across, I think, and then I'm gonna pull up as I go. Because with paste, it dries a little quick, so you don't want that. Hey Devonna, hey Kim, hey Jennifer. So you don't want your paste to dry on that silk screen area, or whenever you go to lift the transfer, it's gonna lift with the transfer. So you do kind of want to work fast. And we'll hope that I remember that I wanted to do those a different color. I'm not good about remembering that. So we'll see. He may end up with gray teeth and I may have to redo it, but we'll see. I'm gonna actually turn this, since I'm working with this side, and get the top of his hat. And all I'm doing is just dragging this paste across that silk screen area, and I'm essentially just pushing the paste through there. That's all I'm doing. And I think I'm going to take this bracelet off. The other day I was doing a transfer and I kept getting red paste everywhere, and I couldn't figure out where it was coming from, and it had actually come from my bracelet. So I'm gonna take that off real quick, and I had it everywhere. It was pretty bad. So luckily the paste washes out, but you know, the red can be a little staining, although our paste is a water soluble and it's all natural, non-toxic. It does have pigments in it and it can stain, so you want to be a little careful with that. All right, so I'm actually think I'm going to lift that little side. And you know what? There's a little, it almost looks like a cross right there. I'm just gonna chalk that really quick, and I'm gonna do that in a color because I think that is to line it up. That's gonna be to line it up, and I'll just take that off the board once I do line that up. So I'm gonna put that back there. Let me rinse that off. All right, now let's see. So I'm gonna pull this up. And then I'm just gonna lay it back down and do the rest of it. There we go. All right, so I'm doing, like I said, a little non-traditional. So I'm gonna do, hi Heather, I'm gonna do his eyes in white. And I'm gonna do his teeth in white. There we go. And then I'm gonna do this over here in white. And then the rest I'm gonna do in gray. We're gonna see how it looks. We'll see. Might not turn out too pretty, but that's okay. I have an idea in my head, so. I'm gonna get kind of close up there. I want to get too close because I don't want, hey Shannon, because I don't want to mix with that red paste up there. And tonight I am moving the board around because I am left-handed, which I know Jennifer will appreciate. Hey Sarah. All right, let me grab another squeegee. Here we go. If you guys have any questions, make sure that you post them in the comments. I love to talk to you guys. Make sure you share my video with your friends. Give me some hearts and some thumbs up if you like what I'm doing. I do have a VIP group that I share all of my specials in. So if you're interested in joining that, just type in VIP in the comments. Yep, I'm a lefty. I'm a lefty. All right, so I'm gonna go over here and I think I'm gonna add a little bit of gray right there. And then I'm gonna try to get as close as I can to this. All right. And then I'm just gonna lift this up because I don't want that to dry too much on the board. There we go. So I'm just putting that aside in some water so that the paste does not dry on that silk screen area. And then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna blow dry this. Thanks for sharing, Sarah and Deborah. I appreciate it. Shelly, I'll add you to the VIP after the video. All right, so let me blow dry this real quick. Let me make sure that's dry. Yep. See, it doesn't look bad at all. It's gonna look really good when it's done. I have an idea in my head, and I knew I couldn't do white because this board is white. So I've got to do a little gray on there, I think. All right, so let's see. So this is layer number 2. So I'm just gonna layer the back, or I'm just gonna write on the back layer 2. And then I'm gonna fuzz the back of this as well. Let me just pull this off of here. I try to lay these bigger ones flat. It's a piece of wood, Sarah, that I painted, and then I took stain and went over it, and then I waxed it. And now I'm just gonna fuzz the back of this again so it's not quite as sticky. These are really, really sticky, and they stick to these wood boards really well. And sometimes they can be a little difficult to get off. So you really wanna make sure that you're putting a little lint on the back of those transfers so that you get a little fuzz on there so that you can get them off okay. Yeah, let's not fold that over on itself. That would be awkward, wouldn't it? Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna try to line this up again. Should be interesting. But those little crosses that I did up here are supposed to help me line up the transfer. So that's why you wanna chalk those on your project and then just go back and wipe them off. So let me see if I can get that lined up over there. Looks like I need to lower it over here. Okay. And then I'm just gonna kind of smooth that down again. All right. This looks crazy, but I'm gonna do it in black. I'm just gonna do it all in black. We're gonna see how it looks. I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna turn out. You guys will have to let me know what you think. Could look crazy. I don't know. We'll see. I think it'll be all right though. So I'm just gonna load up plenty of black on my squeegee, and I'm just gonna run it straight down. I'm really hoping this turns out. We'll see. I know y'all are probably thinking she has lost her mind. I hope y'all all had a good day. I know I did. I gotta check y'all's comments. I get pretty lucky lining back up. It makes it easy because the transfer, you can see through it. So that makes lining it up a lot easier than what you would think. and I've had a little practice. So all I'm doing is scraping off the excess and putting it back in the jar so that I can use it later because I don't want to waste any product. All right, so now here's the big reveal. Let's see. I really hope this doesn't look bad. Oh, I'm kind of loving it. I'm not gonna lie, I am very impressed right now. Oh, that turned out really good. What do you guys think? Give me some hearts and some thumbs up if you love it. I really like the way that turned out. All right, so I'm gonna blow dry this real quick. I have to say, I surprised myself on that one. I'm not gonna lie. I had a picture in my head, but I thought, oh, this could be horribly bad. So I'm gonna take off those little lines right there, the little crosses, and I'm just wiping them away with water. They're really easy to take off. All right, you guys, so now for the final layer, and I don't know if this is gonna fit, but I would love to be able to put this Joyful Christmas on here. What do you guys think? Joyful Christmas? Maybe do it kind of catty corner like that. I think that would look really cute. And I think I'm gonna do it in red. What do you think, you guys? All right. So I've already marked the back of this, so I'm just gonna peel it off. And then again, I am going to fuzz the back of the words. I gotta say, I really love it when things work out, because when a project does not come together, like when I first started and I couldn't quite grasp the concept of that these were the clear part was everywhere, that the it was going to be where the paint came through, the paste, and so I would kind of mess up my colors a little bit, and it would be the opposite of what I wanted to do. I mean, it would turn out, but it was kind of not how I thought it was going to be. And so it took me a little while to kind of understand the concept, but once I got that, I could kind of start piecing together colors in my mind. Yep, he's a Georgia Santa. All right. So let's catty corner this. I gotta kind of line it up so that it, and I don't know if that red is gonna cover all the way, but I think that's gonna be really pretty. Oh, Lee, you'd love this. It's really easy to do. If you can make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you can do this. It is literally just pulling your paste across the transfer, and it's just going through the silk screen. I am not talented at all. I cannot paint a thing, but this makes me feel like I can be a Pinterest pro. And I may have to line this up and do 2 coats. I'm not sure, because I can kind of tell that it's not covering all the way. Because like I said, I can see through this. So I'm gonna try again and see. I really hope it does, because I think it's gonna be really pretty. All right, here we go. Let's see. Look at there. Perfect. I love that. So waxing, Kim, is just after I paint the board and I put the stain on here, I let it dry. And then I come back with, I think it's called Johnson's Floor Wax, or you can use Men Wax Finishing Paste. And I just put some on here, and then I just go across the board and smear it all over and then wipe it back off. And it gives it this kind of smooth finish so that your transfers don't stick so bad to the board. And that's all that waxing is. What do you think, you guys? Do you love how it turned out? I kind of do. I kind of like it. Hi, Dee. It's backwards from your view. Oh, I forgot to turn it again. Here, hold on. Let me see if I can flip it for you. Let's see. There. How about that? There you go. Now you can see it. Perfect. What do you guys think? Tell me. Let me know if you have any questions. Happy to answer those for you guys. I just love that you guys sign on and join me at night. I think I like doing lives at nighttime because you guys are all here instead of me doing them during the day. I got to think of another project to do next. You could totally do this. It would be really, really easy. You could, you don't have to join Couture to buy the products. You can be in my VIP group, and I post bundles and I post deals in there. Or you can join and get a discount and buy your own supplies and make your own stuff. Whether you do it as a hobby or a business, joining and getting 40% off your products is really amazing. So that is an option too. If you're interested in that, just put join in the comments and I'll message you that information. So I'll have to think of another live for you guys, but I really enjoy being on here, like I said, at nighttime with you guys. All right. If there's no more questions, you guys, I'm going to jump off. Oh, am I going to put it in a frame? I don't know. It's just a plain block of wood. I could hang it up. It does have a place to hang it. So I don't know. I might just give it to a Bulldog fan I know. Who knows? Might just have to go down there and hand it off to a Bulldog fan. That way Kevin would have a something that's Bulldog in his house and he'd never realize it. Because Santa wouldn't look right in orange and blue. All right, you guys, I am going to sign off for the evening. Thanks again for joining me. And I'll be back on soon and share another project with you guys. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Have a great night. Did y'all have questions? Go ahead and ask away. Did you have a question for me, Jennifer? Oh no, he heard us. Uh-oh. That's okay. Would canvas be too light? A canvas as in a canvas print? No, but I'd put a piece of wood underneath it because it does flex whenever you're pushing on it. So I definitely make sure that you put a piece of wood under that while you're chalking. All right, you guys. If that's it, then I'll see you guys soon. Y'all have a great night.